Pay close attention, because what you're about to see could completely change the way you propagate your fruit trees. With this gel, you'll be able to reproduce exactly the trees you choose. It's made from a natural willow extract and boosts root development in a truly amazing way. It's not a matter of luck, it's biology done right. And now I'm going to show you how to do it, step by step. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is look at what materials we need. And let me tell you in advance, there's nothing weird or complicated. Everything is really easy to find. And if you don't know where to find them, I'll leave everything down below in the description so you have it handy. We're gonna need dried willow leaves, about 2 tablespoons. We'll need a measuring jug to prepare 1 liter of water, which is the exact amount we're gonna use today. We're gonna use neutral agar-agar without any dyes or additives. It's very easy to find, it's affordable, and it'll also be useful for lots of future propagations. We'll also need a fine strainer to make sure the infusion is completely clear. We're going to work with small, sturdy plastic bags. We'll use these for the rosemary method, and we'll also need some slightly larger bags, which we'll use later with the avocado and lemon tree. To secure the bags, we'll use ties or zip ties, whatever we have on hand. I recommend that they're clean and in good condition to avoid any contamination. Of course, a sharp and disinfected knife. This is essential. We're working with wounds, so we can't neglect hygiene. We'll also need ground cinnamon, which we'll apply directly to the cuts, and also use in a preventative solution that I'll explain to you later, and a spray bottle. And finally, the plant material. 3 rosemary cuttings, a small avocado tree, and a lemon tree. With all this ready, now we're going to prepare the base and the real secret behind this whole system. Now we put a liter of water on the stove. When it starts to boil, we add 2 tablespoons of dried willow leaves and stir so it mixes well. We turn off the heat and let it steep properly. Now we strain everything to get a completely clear infusion. We want to remove any leftover organic matter, bits of leaves, or particles. And also, it's important to remember something. By boiling the water, we've eliminated any possible development of pathogens that could be present, either in the water or in the willow leaves themselves. Once we have the infusion completely clear, we put it back on the stove. And now we add the agar-agar directly, 2 level teaspoons. No more, no less. Remember, you can find the agar-agar in the description, just below. That's the exact amount that will allow the infusion to gel, to gain body, and become a stable medium. Stir well, and when it starts to boil, count exactly 2 minutes, stirring constantly the whole time. After those 2 minutes, remove it from the heat and let it cool slightly. We're not going to use it right after boiling, but also not when it's completely solid, because once it cools down, it ends up solidifying. But even so, for example, if your agar-agar cools down or gels, it's absolutely fine. You just heat it up again and it will dissolve once more. So ideally, you want to use it when it's slightly warm and still liquid. While it reaches that perfect point, we'll start with the first method. Let's start with the rosemary. For this method, we're going to use 3 small sturdy bags. We select 3 healthy rosemary sprigs, each about 4 to 6 inches long. The first thing we do is clean the lower part, removing the leaves from the section that will be inside the bag. This is where we want the roots to appear. Now, we make a clean cut at the base using well-disinfected pruning shears. On the cut area, we apply ground cinnamon only to the exposed tissue. There's no need to cover the entire stem, just the wound. The cinnamon helps protect during the first few weeks, reducing the risk of fungal problems. Now we take a small bag, and this is where the foundation of the whole secret I'm sharing with you comes in. First, we fill it with the gel we prepared earlier, adding a proportional amount, about halfway full. Once we have the gel inside, we insert the lower part of the cutting, making sure the entire cut area is well covered. This way, the gel completely surrounds the tissue and ensures constant hydration from the very beginning. Now we tie the bag so it's tightly closed. We repeat exactly the same process with the other 2 cuttings. Next, we place the 3 bags inside a container, making sure they stand upright or in a semi-vertical position so the gel stays stable at the base. Now, we look for a large plastic bag to create a small greenhouse effect. Before putting them inside, we lightly spray the 3 cuttings with the natural cinnamon-based fungicide, which I'll show you how to make at the end of the video. A light spray is enough. We place the whole setup inside the large bag and seal it, and that's it. The gel will start to solidify, and the cutting will find what it needs: natural auxins and constant hydration at the base of the cut. From here on, maintenance is very simple. Every 3 or 4 days, we open it, check that everything's okay, give a light spray of the natural preventative, and close the bag again. It's very important to place the system somewhere without much wind and with indirect light, always in partial shade, and after about 10 days, we'll start to see the first results. We'll begin to see the cuttings fully rooted, with white, active roots growing inside that gel, which has the perfect consistency for them to develop without any problems. And when that happens, you start to understand how this highly effective method works to multiply any plant you want. Isn't it truly amazing? Now that we know these plants propagate super easily in this gel, let's move on to the second method, which is even more interesting. This method is very interesting and works especially well with trees like avocado, although it can also be used with citrus, mango, and many other woody species. The first thing we're going to do is select a healthy branch from the avocado tree. We're not going to cut it off completely. What we're going to do is make a partial cut, meaning we open the branch up to about half its thickness, just enough to force the plant to react, but without separating it from the tree. We make this cut with a well-disinfected pruning shear. The branch remains connected to the tree, still receiving sap, but now we've created a strategic wound that will force it to produce roots. Once the cut is made, we thoroughly coat the entire wounded area with powdered cinnamon. Covering the exposed tissue well is essential to prevent future problems with fungal development. Now, we take a small bag and fill it a little more than halfway with the Willow gel we prepared earlier. That gel is the medium where the roots will develop. Carefully, we slightly open the cut on the branch and insert that area into the bag, making sure the wound is completely in contact with the gel. Once it's in place, we tie the bag firmly to the branch. It should be well secured, with no leaks and no movement. Before covering, we lightly spray the area with the natural fungicide that I'll show you how to make at the end of the video. A light pass is enough. Now, we cover the entire area with a black bag. This is important because it prevents direct light from getting in, helps maintain humidity better, and creates a more stable environment for root development. And with that, we're all set. Now we just have to wait. In about 8 weeks, or even 9 or 10 depending on the species, we'll start to see the results. In the case of avocado, which is more demanding, it might need a bit more time. But when we open the bag, we find developed, white, active roots trying to get out of that space. Strong roots that are already asking for soil. And here's something important. This is a clone. Essentially, it's an air layer, but in this case, with a much more stable medium and with a much higher success rate than what a conventional substrate offers. You see the difference? Now let's move on to the third method. In this case, we're going to do it on the lemon tree, using the classic air layering technique, but improved with our auxin gel. We select a strong, healthy branch. The first thing we're going to do is make 2 cuts around the branch, about 2 centimeters apart. We completely remove the bark between those 2 cuts. And now comes a key part. We scrape the cambium, that shiny layer just beneath the bark, that shine you see there. This is essential so the plant doesn't heal over and is forced to produce roots at that spot. Once the area is completely clean, we apply powdered cinnamon all over the wound. It's important to thoroughly cover the exposed tissue to protect it during the first few weeks. Now we're going to prepare the bag. In this case, we use a slightly larger bag and cut off the bottom to create a sort of sleeve. Why do we do this? So we can insert the branch from above. We slide the bag down the branch until it reaches exactly where the wound is. Once it's in place, we tie it at the lower part of the air layer, just below the wound. We tighten it well to make sure it's sealed. Now we pour the warm willow gel into the bag, making sure it completely covers the wounded area. When we see that the wound is completely covered by the gel, we place a second tie at the top. With this, we completely seal the air layer, and to finish, we spray the outside lightly with the preventative solution again. Now, we cover the whole setup with a black bag. This helps us block out the light, maintain humidity, and create an even more stable environment. We secure the ties well, adjust everything, and now it's time to wait. In about 6 to 8 weeks, we're going to see something spectacular. Soon, we'll start to see very thick roots forming inside the gel with natural willow-based hormones. This saves us the maintenance required by traditional air layering and will allow us to get a completely new fruit tree. Once it's well rooted, we make a cut at the bottom, and that's it. Now we have our tree ready to plant. Now we're going to prepare the natural preventative treatment we've been using. It's very simple. We need 1 liter of water, add a pinch of ground cinnamon, stir well, and filter it with a fine cloth or a coffee filter so it's completely clean. We pour it into a spray bottle, and that's it. Now our natural fungicide is completely ready to use. If you made it this far, I'd love for you to like this video and share it with more people who love plants as much as we do and who enjoy learning about fruit trees. Your support helps us keep sharing more tips and secrets like this one. And remember, if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe down below and turn on the notification bell because there are many more super interesting videos coming. That's all for now. See you in the next one.